Everyone, Nikki Aiello here, recovery and life transition coach. And my guest today is Jessica Press. She's a holistic health consultant, health and wellness consultant. And we're about to do a little activity for basically for kids, you know, wellness support through essential oils for kids. I'll have you talk more about it, but that's what we're going to start now. It's going to be about 15 minutes. And this is something that we're hoping that families can do like over the holidays to support stress and forever. But I'm going to put this out just around Thanksgiving. So Jessica, welcome. Tell us what you have going on today.
Thank you. So essential oils are such a powerful way to support our mood, and especially kids. Kids really respond well with essential oils. I think that their systems are not as toxic as our adult systems, and they don't have like the skepticism. They just use them and they respond. So essential oils are such a wonderful way to play with your children and to give them tools into healing themselves. I believe we are all healers, and if we can teach our young people that they have a healer living inside of them and help them find ways to nurture and heal themselves, I feel like we're giving them a tool for the rest of their life. So this is a really great, I have a couple of fun recipes that I'm going to be sharing with you. And this is a really cool little activity that you can do with your children. There will be a list that I'll be providing when Nikki puts this out closer to Thanksgiving. But really all you need are, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my camera down so that we can see kind of what I've got going on here.
Yep.
What you need, these are 10 mil rollerballs. You can get these on a place called aromatools.com. You can also get them on Amazon.
And Jessica, I just bought a bunch at Natural Grocers the other day.
Great. Perfect. Yes. Awesome. So I do recommend you getting an amber or a blue glass because sunlight disrupts the chemistry constitutes of essential oils. So the colored glass is actually to protect and preserve the essential oils. So really what you need to do
and that comes with the rollerball top, right? That comes with a little rollerball top.
And it's cool. Some of them are metal, some of them are plastic. You can even get stone, like crystal rollerballs, which are really cool. Fancy. And you can make this so fun. Like I like to put crystals inside of my rollerball because then they're like extra charged and they can have another kind of healing component to them. And it's a great way to just play. So quick question. If a family doesn't have crystals on them, can they just pick out some of their favorite little rocks? For sure.
Okay.
Stones have energy. Rocks, inanimate objects, you can have relationships with inanimate objects. So if you have something special, put it in there, a charm, anything that gives you the feels and feels good, add it because that's a part of your little ritual here. That's cool. I'm going to just give you a little bit of a demonstration on a blend that I love. It's called the Peaceful Child Blend. And I've used this blend with kids with attention deficit, with extreme anxiety, or that can't sleep at night, kids that are just stressed out, which I think is most of our kids right now. So this is a blend that will really just help soothe and comfort and has a little bit of a sedating quality. So even if you're an adult with ADD or you have a lot of forks in the fire and you just need a little extra chill, this would be a great oil combination to use as well. So this is a 10 mil roller ball. In general, when you're making a roller ball, you want to fill it about halfway with essential oils and the rest with a carrier oil.
Oh, I've had that. I did not know the ratio. That's great.
That's in general, you know. So in this roller ball, you know, I'm going to be using, probably 25 to 30 drops of essential oil. And then, like I said before, I love to use fractionated coconut oil because the middle chain fatty acid has been removed from it. So it's super absorbent into our skin. And it also, it helps help the scent carry on your skin longer without changing the chemistry makeup of the essential oils.
Do they sell fractionated coconut oil at the store?
They do. They have it at Natural Grocers, Whole Foods, any of those kind of Sprouts places. Absolutely. Yep. Okay, so it is so simple, but the cool thing about this is that you can make these with your kids. And what I found is that when kids are hands-on, they'll use it more. Like they are a part of this creation. So of course they're going to want to use it. So this is just a really simple blend. We start with vetiver, and vetiver is a grass root from Haiti, and it is a super sedative, grounding, nourishing oil. It's also very thick and viscous. So sometimes I like to take the orifice diffuser out to get the vetiver, or else I'll be sitting here for 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure vetiver is meant to teach us patience for how long it takes to drip out of the bottle. So I'm just going to put, you know, like maybe, 10, 15 drops. Here's the thing.
That one's real strong. You don't need nearly as much of vetiver as you do of other oils.
Exactly. It is super heavy and super effective. There are 10% of people that have super lucid dreams when using vetiver before bed. So I always like to let people know that in case they either want or don't want lucid dreaming. That's a little tool for that.
And can I bring up the fact that some people really don't like vetiver?
Yeah, it smells like dirt. Some people don't like it.
I love it. I actually spray it on me all the time, but it's almost like those people who don't like cilantro. Vetiver is a very unique smell. So maybe whatever you're doing, you'll have an alternate.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You can make this whole blend and use whatever oils you want, right? Okay. Like if you have something that you like better, use it, right? So the whole purpose kind of this, I'm giving you some basics that I'm trying to have like this peaceful, tranquil response. But if there's things that you know that you like, that in itself could give you a peaceful, tranquil response. Cool. So we've got some vetiver in here. We're going to put some frankincense. Frankincense in Chinese medicine is kind of the oil that brings everything together, and it brings in the light. So frankincense is a super spiritual oil used for meditation and prayer, and is just beautiful. It's also very grounding and sedative and settling and nourishing. It also helps the relationship with our Father. And we can look at that in a few different ways. Either the Father being like our God, or if you have relationship strain with your dad, frankincense can help nourish and help break through some of that. So from an emotional aspect, frankincense can do some emotional healing as well. We're going to put some lavender in this one. This is obviously going to be a rollerball that would be really good around bedtime because lavender can knock you out. Here's a secret. If you can't sleep at night, putting 1 drop of lavender on your thumb and pressing it to the roof of your mouth, or putting a drop of lavender under your tongue, lights out. Wow. I'm going to add some Clary Sage.
Once again, everyone, very important to seek out the pharmaceutical grade essential oils if you're going to do anything internally, and just be
yes, I use doTerra brand. I'm a doTerra wellness advocate. It's a part of my medicine and what I provide for people. And as far as I know, they've got the most rigorous testing available, and that's why I chose doTerra. They also have a beautiful philanthropic arm, and they put a lot of money into serving women and children around the world. So those are kind of the reasons that doTerra has pulled me into that world. Cedar wood is really great for sleep, also calming. Any of those wood and tree oils are going to be grounding and rooting, and also have preservation and sturdy qualities, right? If you think about kind of what qualities a tree has, and we're putting those qualities in and on us, that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're going to take the energy of these plants and get them on our bodies.
You doing about 10 drops of each of those?
Yeah. Yeah. And again, like I'm very intuitive about this thing. I have something written down like 18 vetiver, 10 Ylang Ylang, 6 ring, but I'm more like what feels good and what smells good. And then I go with that. The thing is that you can't mess it up, right? Like if you want to get into perfumery and real specific high, middle, and low notes and how they all blend together, that's a whole nother class. But just for the sake of making a rollerball for kids, let them have fun with it. You know, let them like experiment. A good way to see what something's going to smell like is if you take 3 oils and you put them all at the same, like I have cedarwood, Ylang Ylang, and Clary Sage. That combination, if I do this and smell it, you're going to smell what that smells like. If you want to put more Clary Sage in, raise that bottle up, then smell it, and then you can adjust the drops that way. Cool. So if there's a smell that you're trying to go for, you can really adjust it, like the preview of it that way. Okay, so then I've got my essential oils, you know, it's about halfway full, and then we're just going to top it off with fractionated coconut oil. And I would have your kids roll this on their feet, especially the top, the bottom of the big toe. There's a really great acupuncture point on the bottom of the big toe that helps us turn our brains off. And if we're trying to get ready for bed and be peaceful, then that is something that we would want to do. Another great place to put this is around your earlobes, around all those awesome auricular points, around your ears, and then on the back of your neck on your brain stem, where you're going to get a super neurological boost directly to the brain by putting it there.
I'm making one of these for me. I'm for sure
Yeah.
making one for myself.
This one is for you.
Perfect.
I'll keep it to the side. Nikki's Peaceful Child.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so a couple other fun activities. So that's a super fun, quick, easy activity to do with your kids. Another really fun, super quick, great activity to do is making a bedtime spray. So this my little boy made. He's 10, but he started making these when he was about 7, and he was having a hard time sleeping. He was having nightmares. So we made the Sleepy Dreams blend. We found a picture on the internet. I printed it out, taped it on there, and then he made the blend. So he gets to spray this on his pillow and on his stuffies, so that when he's like getting ready for bed and nuzzling in, he's also getting these awesome aromatic benefits. So I would use some of the same oils. I would use like our Serenity blend, which is our restful blend, our adaptive blend, which is for stress and anxiety, lavender, cedarwood, frankincense, a lot of the oils that are right here. And then I would simply, in a 4 or 6 ounce spray bottle, which you can also get on Aromatools, Amazon, and at Natural Grocers, I would put about 30 drops of essential oil in here. And then I would add half distilled water, half witch hazel, or half distilled water, half cheap vodka. Right?
Why the alcohol?
It absorbs quickly and it helps carry the oils.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So that's just a little tip. So then you can make these lovely little bed linen sprays, stuffy sprays, bedtime sprays, like nightmare spray, monster away spray. You can name them and be super creative with your kids with that. So that is another one. This is another version, but this is like my Eeyore Grouchy Pants Grumpy spray, because it's got all these upper oils, all these citrus oils. It's got elevation, lime, lemon eucalyptus, and lemongrass, so that if you can't wake up in the morning, you can come and spray this in, and it's like, oh, it's bright, it's cheery, it's uplifting. So you can really play with scent and mood this way. Another really easy, fun activity are bath salts. So I just make them in a jar. My favorite thing to put in bath salts, I use Epsom salts. I use dead sea salts, which is like Himalayan sea salts and minerals from the ocean. I also put a little baking soda because it gives this effervescent, bubbly feel. And then I put magnesium flakes in here, which is super good for your skin and for sore muscles. It's also very calming. So then, you know, this is probably, it's 2 cups right here. I would put probably about 15 to 20 drops of essential oils of your choice in here. You know, you can shake it up, and then you've got like a yummy, lovely bath treat. So these are all also really good things to make for teachers, for your family members, as really delicious treats. This year, I'm giving the gifts of wellness to all my friends and family, like I do most years. But to think, like, sometimes people don't afford that for themselves, but they would love to have that as a gift. So maybe you could introduce essential oils to your friends and family by gifting them a lovely little rollerball or a room spray or a bath salt that will encourage self-care, settling down, and just like this lovely, nurturing, beautiful thing. So those are some of my favorites. A couple other things that are really great. You can get on like Pinterest or Google and find recipes for slime or Play-Doh and simply add essential oils. So when they're playing with it, they're getting this really great aromatic benefit as they're playing in their playtime. So there's ways that you can sneak in oils to all these fun places that they're going to be receiving all these yummy plant benefits by virtue of the essential oils. So I invite you to play with your children with essential oils. Encourage them to be their own healer and to find ways to nourish and nurture their mood and themselves early, so then they can be doing that for the rest of their lives, because we are all healers. Speaking of healers, hi, Jory.
I love what you said at the beginning about like how kids are just so much more open and receptive to all of this, and like literally they just don't have all the barriers, so this stuff just works so fast.
Yes.
And I just want to point out, like the other day I had my friend and her kids were over at my house, and I have a drawer of a decent amount of oils, And he just, you know, one of them, Nicholas initially, and then his sister Lucy followed. They just started like taking all the tops off and just like we just started sniffing around to see what they resonated with. So you're going to provide a list of, you know, the ones that you recommend. And I also, those of you who are just not haven't done much with oils, go to one of the stores, you know, Whole Foods, Natural Grocery, Sprouts, where they have a nice selection of essential oils in there, because they have the testers, and you can just have, you know, open the drawers and have the kids smell, you know, right then and there, and pick a few favorites also. So that's another way that you can be exposed to quite a few different oils.
Yeah.
Right.
I would do that. I would do that for smell, but I would not put those oils in and on my children.
You would, so
I would
you wouldn't
use
make
that as like a place to sample and to smell, to get a baseline for smell. But because I don't, because the oils in grocery stores only have to have the GRAS certification, which is generally regarded as safe. And they haven't been through the amount of testing that therapeutic grade essential oils have, because they're on the shelf for so long. They often have stabilizers and carriers and things. So they're not going to be as pure, and they might not have the same effect in our system as like a therapeutic grade oil. But for the purposes of like, do they like citrus or do they like flowers? Do they like trees or do they like what? Like that's, you can get somewhat of an idea, and then find a reliable oil resource to get high quality oils.
Well, and so obviously doTerra is one. We know that doTerra is awesome. We both love it. Oricacea's it's not bad, is it? I mean, and they have, Oricacea's okay. No, or it's not you wouldn't recommend that one?
I mean, I just know a lot about the testing, and that's the big thing for me. Like, what I love about doTerra is like at every bottle has a batch number, and there's a website that we can go to pull up all the chemistry testing. And for me, it's like, you know, I want to know that every bottle, every drop is going to be doing a certain thing because that chemistry has been tested for. And I just haven't seen like Oricacea's depth and breadth of chemistry testing. They might, I don't know, but what I know about store bought and the in the world of essential oils is generally they're not going to be as pure as something that you get from a real oil company.
Right. And I fully agree with that. Just in my talks in the past month, Oricacia was the one store brand that seemed to be kind of accepted by the few people that I've had on. So if you do end up going the store route, I would recommend only that brand. Otherwise, anybody can order doTerra online. Yeah. They can reach out to you directly. And then if you want more direction on different oil brands to to get, then you can go that way too. I know a lot of people like Young Living, and some of them, some people who work in different in this world have their own specific like smaller smaller businesses that
there are
they
some
source
oils
their
that
own.
like doTerra doesn't make. So I get my Palo Santo oil from a very small boutique oil company that I know how they're sourcing the oil, because that's a big thing for me too. Like, how are they growing the plants? Who's picking them? How are they distilling? What's their process? So all of those things are very important in finding the right things. You know, the other thing I think that's important is figuring out your specific issues. Like if your kid is dealing with something really specific, like a neurological tic, I have specific oils that deal with that. Can't sleep or can't stay asleep. It's a different oil to get to sleep versus stay asleep. So we can really be prescriptive if there's something specific that you're dealing with when you're trying to help your children naturally.
That is so cool. So reach out to Jessica directly if you want to work with her for yourself or for your child, all of those things that she just said. I just try, since so many different people are going to be watching this, I don't know, some people get a little overwhelmed with doing new things. They want it just to be easy and like whatever. So I want to like cover the whole spectrum of those who might want to engage in this. But I love doTerra products. So I will go ahead and say that. And so yeah, reach out to Jessica directly. So her Instagram is Jess, JESS _press _wellness
matters.
Wellness matters. So Jess _press _wellness matters. Her email is Jess
wellnessmattersinc@gmail.com.
You can go that route. My website is nikkiaiello.com. So if anybody wants to work with me for recovery and life transition coaching, that's how you can reach me. Jess, is there anything else you want to share during this little
No,
tip?
I would just say, like look for natural answers, because nature has a lot of value for us and has a lot of answers when we're dealing with supporting our emotions, our body, our minds, and our spirits. So, find people that want to help you that way and see the kind of magic that you can provide in your life and for your kids that way.
You are so good at this. This is super awesome. I hope everybody has fun trying these out and exploring all of the different essential oils that your kids love. It's really fun, like naming them different things, finding the different like pictures. I love all that. Putting the stones or a little trinket or something in there. Those are all super fun. And the slime, like
so good, right?
So good. I love that idea.
They're just like playing, smelling.
And it's getting probably in there, if it's good quality slime or whatever, you're just getting like the nice oils in your hands and stuff.
That's right.
All that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope this is helpful for your kids over the holidays and for you and them all the time. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Nick.
Okay. You're welcome, Jess. Bye.
Bye.